I previously reported that promoter Bob Arum is interested in matching two of his fighters in Manny Pacquiao and Vasyl Lomachenko. And I also reported that Pacquiao's trainer Freddie Roach was not keen on having that fight at any less than 140 pounds. Well, now the man himself, Manny Pacquiao, has come forward and expressed his views on that potential fight. And Pacquiao is actually willing to go down to 135 pounds, which Vasyl Lomachenko says would be his limit for the fight. He says 140 is too big. I'm going to quote Vasyl Lomachenko first of all. He says, if this fight will be at 135 weight category, I'm ready. At 135, I'm ready. At 140, no, is too big for me. My weight now is 138. So those are the words of Vasyl Lomachenko. Now I'm going to quote Manny Pacquiao. He says, imagine me back at 135 pounds. I can do it. 140 is my natural weight. I need to eat 5 times a day to make 147, and sometimes I throw up from eating too much. So those are the words of Pacquiao. And finally, Freddie Roach says, I know he says 135, but I say 140. Lomachenko's dad is in charge. He has his own methods. After his first 2 years of boxing, his father took him out and put him in ballet. His footwork is unbelievable, so maybe it was a good move for him. I think it's a great fight for Manny. He is a very good puncher at 140. He is a lot better puncher at 140 than 147. At 147, by the time these guys get in there, they are 155, 160. They are able to take more damage, and that's one of the reasons that Manny hasn't had a lot of knockouts. So those are the words of Freddie Roach. Interesting, at least to me, that Manny Pacquiao says he could make 135 and that's something he'd be willing to do. Says that he eats several times a day and sometimes throws up from overeating, getting up to 147. Claims 140 is his natural weight. If what Pacquiao's saying is true, then maybe it's feasible 135. If he makes 140 comfortably enough, a slight strain to get down to 135, seems as though he could do it. Is it wise at his age against somebody in Lomachenko who's very fast and very skillful? Because when you're talking about this level of boxing, there is a very, very small margin for error. This is not like the average Joe getting in the ring and swinging it out with the average Joe. We're talking about high-level boxing where a split second can make the difference between winning and losing. If you lose a split second of reflexes, you can either slip a punch or get caught by a punch and end up on the canvas. Or slip a punch or get caught by a punch and lose on points if it happens frequently enough throughout the course of a fight. So let me know what you guys think about this. Both guys are promoted by Bob Arum. So in theory, the fight could be made. If Vasyl Lomachenko gets past Nicholas Walters like I expect him to and most people expect him to, who knows? Maybe we'll actually see this fight take place. I mean, particularly when you look at recent events in boxing with the likes of Kell Brook taking on Triple G, Amir Khan taking on Canelo Alvarez, Vasyl Lomachenko taking on Manny Pacquiao don't seem so far-fetched in that context. And remember, Manny Pacquiao has come up through the weights. Pacquiao was actually much smaller than Vasyl Lomachenko when he turned pro. In the amateurs, Vasyl Lomachenko was actually a lightweight. So he's had some size on him for a long time. Maybe Vasyl Lomachenko will eventually end up at 140 pounds himself as a natural 140 pounder, just like Pacquiao. It all remains to be seen. Drop your comments in the comment section below and let me know how you feel about everything I talked about in this video. It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.